I'm John Craig, and I'm the chairman of the Newbury Alms House Trust. And the trust look after 44 properties in Newbury, providing accommodation to older people. This goes back many years. In fact, the almshouses that we have go right the way back to 1698. So we have properties that are old construction, and provide an interesting challenge, I suppose, or an opportunity actually, in terms of how do we heat them. About 30 years ago, at that time the trust installed night storage heaters into the properties, which are probably one of the most inefficient methods of heating a property you can think of. Why is that? You are heating up a great big block of concrete overnight, whether or not it's going to be hot or cold the following day. You've no idea what the weather's going to be like. Even looking at the forecast, you can't be that sure, and they're not that intelligent, so they just heat it up. And then the following day, the heat would be at its maximum efficiency in the morning and its minimum efficiency in the evening. When do you need the most heat? In the evening. We sat down with a blank piece of paper and we did quite an extensive search online to look for companies that provided a more modern, efficient heater. And we had certain criteria. We had learned our lesson about reliability and quality. Quality, in the previous case, the quality was poor. So we wanted to look very carefully at companies that had the right infrastructure, that were UK based. And one of the criteria, interestingly enough, was to do with the control systems. So we wanted to try and come up with the simplest systems that met the regulations, design regulation, but also were easy for our people to use. So ideally, we'd like to find somebody that had a controller that was both designed and manufactured either in this country or at least in Europe. We invited them to come down and talk to us. Now, it is absolutely the case that the efficiency of the heater is really important. But we were already satisfied that Trust could provide that. So the controller became a critical issue for us. But in the end, there was a very, very simple solution. That, in a stroke, solved one of our big issues that we have with modern heaters, because modern heater controls aren't compatible with our residents. So we started in a small way. We said, fine, okay, we like what we see, we've got a price. Price is always important. I don't mind who anybody is, price is always important, but it wasn't the most important criteria. It turned out that actually these heaters were one of the most competitive on the marketplace, but that wasn't what made that decision for us. That was a bonus as far as we were concerned. But there is also something else. Trust means something else besides the name of the company. And I think that one of the things that impressed all of us that were involved in that, working with the people at Trust, when they came to see us and talk to us, first of all, they understood what we were saying. They didn't try and tell us what we should be doing. They listened to what we had to say. We felt that they understood our problems and helped to come up with the right solution to it, and that they genuinely wanted to work with us. As far as the actual radiator itself is concerned, I think it's very stylish. It's very simple, but style. There was style in the simplicity of the heater. It fits into all the environments we've got. It's like a lot of good engineering design It's the simplicity of the design that makes it very adaptable.
I do a lot for the Almshouse, and one of those tasks is to fit all of their heaters, because I'm an electrician by trade. They are similar to others, but I think the way you've designed it, in the way of the brackets that go on the wall and the top lid that you can actually use as a template for marking out on the wall, that makes it so much easier. You don't have to get a tape measure out, but the only thing you really need is a level. Easy. They're very easy to program as well, which is one of the biggest hurdles we have with the other supplier that we were using.
They go in, they work. Simple as that. And that's what you want. You want something that you don't need to think about. You just get it, plug it in, go.
Yeah, they're the easiest I've been able to install, and we've had no bad feedback, and we haven't had any failures. So that's a great thing, because it means that I can walk away confidently knowing that I'm not going to have to be coming back to replace them in 6 months' time.
What I would say about feedback from the residents is, if something goes wrong, I hear about it very, very quickly. What I can say about these heaters is, I don't think I've ever had a resident call me up or call one of the proctors up about problems with Trust heaters. It's the fact that we don't hear from them about their heaters means that they're working well. Be realistic about what you can do, and don't waste a lot of time trying to find a technology that just isn't going to fit your building. Find something that's going to be easy to install, because then you're going to find it will work well. I think that it's a partnership. I would say that we have had a problem, Trust had a solution, and I think that between us we have solved the problem as a partnership.